So a 2-1 victory for Liverpool. They came from behind to beat Spurs here at Anfield. David Meyler was alongside me. Roy Keane said a performance of champions after the game. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, several Premier League captaining winner. I think Liverpool deserved the win. I think last week, obviously, against Man United, they struggled to break Man United down. Obviously, I know they equalised late on, but today they showed another resilience to keep going and knocking on the door, and they created more chances. And, you know, they got through it. They win the game 2-1, but Spurs then did come out and they showed that resilience to actually keep in the game and stay in and not give away much. I know Spurs have one or two, good chances, but when you've got a keeper like Alisson in goal, it didn't really matter. And I think Liverpool were fully deserved the 3 points.
Strange game in a way, in that these two sides met each other obviously in the Champions League final back in June. But Liverpool had Spurs pinned back for so much of that game. It was almost like they were playing a mid-table team in a way that Spurs set up after getting the early goal, obviously with this ridiculously talented front three out there. Liverpool seem quite used to playing that sort of opposition now. There's maybe not the sort of panic that was there 18 months, 2 years ago. No,
they've certainly got better at dealing with, like you said, mid-table teams. I played in some of those teams where you shut up shop and you try and frustrate your opponents, and Liverpool just kept knocking on the door, stayed patient, stayed calm, kept switching the ball. At times in the first half it wasn't quick enough. I imagine that was said at half time. Second half they did that, and look, they got themselves back into the game and they went on to win it.
Who were the players that stood out?
Fabinho, he stood out because he did everything simple and he made everything look easy. The positions he picked up, he won a lot of second balls, switched the ball a lot. I thought Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson were very good in their positions. Their deliveries were very good. And then, of course, you have the front three. Firmino was probably frustrated more than the other two because he likes to drop in and pick up the ball. He didn't get as much as I'd imagine he'd have liked to have got. But, I've named 6 there when you ask for a player. But that's when you have a team of, full of players. It's hard to pick just one individual.
And you didn't mention Jordan Henderson, who got the equalising goal. Incredibly, his first Premier League goal at this stadium in almost 4 years. I know you're good mates with him. You could see what it meant to him. But when he scored the goal, and at the full-time whistle again, because there probably is the one part of his game that people feel he should do a bit more, get into those positions where he can score those type of goals.
Well, when you play in a team like Liverpool and you create so many chances, you'd think that Jordan would be able to get into the box and create or get on the end of chances. And obviously he should know, playing in a higher advanced role than Fabinho, he should be able to get at least 8 goals a season, especially with the amount of games they play. They always progress in the League Cups, the FA Cups. They'll get out of the group in the Champions League, so he should be looking to get between 8 and 10 goals, and I do think he can get it. But as you said there, his first goal at Anfield in 4 years isn't spectacular, but it's a start. Now he can go on. We're still not even in November yet, so he's a good lot of football to play.
Yeah, the stats for Liverpool are pretty impressive. 10 games unbeaten obviously to start the season, 12th straight victory here at Anfield, 45 games unbeaten here at Anfield. If they are to go on and win this title, that game here in 2 weeks' time against Manchester City with all that home form, is that a game you think Liverpool should be really going to win? Or with that 6-point lead at the moment, do you think actually part of them will be thinking, you know what, if we can maintain that gap, that'll do us?
I don't think it's in their DNA at the moment. The way Jurgen Klopp has this team set out over the last, this season and last season, and obviously, the success of the Champions League, this team only knows how to, I think, go and win football matches. I don't think they can set their stall out. Even the games they had against Man City last year, they never looked like either team was playing for a draw. City will be coming here thinking, if we can beat them, we shorten the gap. I know there's other games in between, but Liverpool, as you said, their home form is incredible. And Man City, Fernandinho obviously picked up a red card yesterday. I know it's only a 1-game ban, he'll miss the League Cup, but they've got problems at the back. And with Liverpool's front three, without an established back four, you'd fancy Liverpool to beat them at home.
You enjoy watching a game at Anfield in the press box for the first time?
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah, obviously it's nice. I grew up a Liverpool fan, to come and watch them obviously at Anfield and win. Spurs are a very good team. I know they're not in great form or their confidence is a bit low, but still a good game. And it was
on a par with scoring at Anfield.
No, mind you, I got beat 5-1 that day, but it was still nice to score at Anfield.
Were you still happy that day, even though you lost 5-1 because you'd scored at Anfield?
Well, would you believe, right? I was due to go out with 4 Liverpool players, their wives and my own wife, after the game, and the whole night was put on hold until after the game. So obviously Liverpool beat us 5-1, and they were thinking I wasn't coming, but obviously I'd scored, so I was like, no, I'm not too bad. So we all went out.